April 18th will mark the 72nd anniversary of the 1942 Doolittle raid, the first offensive action by the U.S. military following Pearl Harbor. 80 men, known today as the Doolittle Tokyo Raiders, volunteered, quote, for an extremely hazardous mission without knowing the target location or assignment. The Raiders, led by Lieutenant Colonel James Doolittle, launched their B-25 Mitchell bombers 650 miles from their target. After hitting their military and industrial targets in Tokyo and 5 other cities, they were low on fuel. The weather was deteriorating. All 16 planes were forced to crash land in China or Russia. Of the 80 men on the mission, 8 Raiders were captured. Of these 8, 3 were executed, 1 died of disease, 4 returned home. Their mission traveled an average distance of 2,200 miles over 13 hours, making it the longest combat mission ever flown in a B-25 Mitchell bomber. I would add, Mr. President, that another aviation hero in Vietnam just walked into the chamber, Senator McCain, right at the time I was talking about the Doolittle Raiders, and he has signed our resolution in commendation for a Medal of Honor for them. And I thank Senator McCain both for his heroism especially and for joining us in this effort. In 2002, I led a resolution to recognize the 70th anniversary, passed the Senate unanimously. Early last year, I renewed my efforts to award the Congressional Gold Medal to the Doolittle Tokyo Raiders. We've got 78 co-sponsors, 9 more than the 67 necessary. This bill passed the Senate in November by unanimous consent. On November 9th of 2013, the Raiders celebrated their final reunion. They've met every year since the end of World War II. They met at the National Museum of the U.S. Air Force in Dayton. The meeting marked the last planned gathering of the living Raiders, was celebrated by the opening of an 1896 bottle of Hennessy cognac, originally given by their commander, Jimmy Doolittle, on his 60th birthday. Of the 80 men on the raid, only 4 remain alive today. Only 3 were able to get to the reunion. Time is running out. I appreciate the efforts of Congressman Pete Olson from Texas, who's leading the effort in the House. I hope the Speaker and the leadership in both parties will take the final action needed to pass the legislation honoring these heroes.